Hello and welcome to another edition of Scamperton Model Railway. I apologise that it's been so long. Unfortunately, I've had to deal with father-in-law issues because he's not been very well at all, and I had to have an operation, and I just haven't had the time to film videos, even though really I've been doing quite a lot. Which we'll come to in the moment. Most of it is not visible, but other bits are, so we'll get on with the non-visible bits and then we'll get to the bits that you can actually see. I'm just following around a class 37 as it pushes a track cleaner around. But the first thing I want to update you on is that the high street is now almost done, and you can see the pelicans going off in the background just over there. I'll zoom in a little so you can see, and yeah, that I'm really pleased with that. So that I updated you on everything on progress with that in the last update, but there has been some other little things, chiefly in among them, even though you can't see it, but I bought a Yamork accessory controller, and what this allows me to do is allows me to control the lights on the high street. So for example, if I press this button, the lights come on, so I can obviously have lights on in the dark if I'm doing a bit of running at night or want to do something like that. And if I press that button again, it turns them off. And secondly, I can also turn the pelican crossing if I want to off as well. So that's good, so that's working, and I quite like that. When I come to do the station, better zoom out. When I come to do the station, the Yamork has 16 addresses, so what I can do is I can add more street lights and platform lights to it, so that'll be a job for the future, but that's worked out really well. Then we come to the bits you can actually see, so you'll see that instead of a white wall, I've now put up some backgrounds, and I've got to say thanks to Jem for painting most of it, because she said when I did it, it was out of scale and it looked like a rainbow cartoon. So I was like, oh, thanks Jem, never mind. But she's done really well with the hills all the way along and everything like that. By the way, I painted these clouds and I'm quite proud of those. Bit of rain, bit of white in there. Bob Ross, eat your heart out is all I can say. I'm really impressed with those. So my clouds are coming along. I'm going to put another one along the back of the town to hide that bit of grey white paint that's blotched on there, but also to give it a bit of extra go. And I'm going to a show next week, so I'm going to look to see if I can get a low relief bridge that just goes in there to hide the gap, and then that will look good. I've pulled up, as you can probably saw from the last update, there was like this massive horrible hedgerow which I'd made the first time, but I really didn't like it, so I went and bought some stone walling and then redid the little bank, and then I've just gone all the way along and put the odd tree here and there, and also it rejoins the wall up there a lot better. So that's done in. The next job is to start to fill in where you can see the joins. So I'm going to put ballast and stuff. However, as you can see over there, if I zoom in here and I get my example, 1 second, I am toying with the idea of taking up that trap and putting this crossover in to allow me to change tracks really easy. However, it means ripping it all up and actually pulling all these buildings, if I get that out of the way before the train runs over and crawls a derail, it means pulling the houses forward, and I'm not sure whether I want to take it on or not. So advice from other modelers if they ever see this video on what their thoughts are. It does mean pulling the houses forward by about 2 or 3 centimeters, and then taking all of these points up and all of that, and potentially putting surface mounted point motors rather than underneath ones, purely because it's getting really hard to access that area. So that's one option, but we'll leave that there. I've also added this tree with the lady sat on the park bench watching the kids enjoy themselves. Over the past winter, lots of things have got damaged, so today and over the weekend I've started to repair things just to get those back to normal. The house had to be done, and then all of this stuff came off, so I've had to fix that and then do some other bodges. I've also started to tidy, though you wouldn't know it, but things are starting to get more tidied up and ready for the next project. So again, do I go ahead and the next major project is to do the platforms in, or should I do that crossover? Answers on a postcard or a comment or whatever you want to do. You'll also see that I've started to put in the catenary there, and I've got the other one just here. So both of those are now in place, although that's sinking. That's because I haven't glued that one down yet, but that's where it's going to sit. And then I'm going to get all of those again. I'm going to go to West Hill Wagon Works and buy myself probably need another what, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 to go along the back, and then it's single ones to go around where the bend is and then all the way around. So it's going to be 100 quid's worth of catenary before I get to complete it all. But never mind, these things are, this is an expensive hobby, unfortunately. So yeah, so that's one thing. I also need to light up the fire station and that. But one of the questions, well, actually it's another question really. Over here is just a standard discovery with me nicking Jeremy Clarkson getting pulled over for being Jeremy Clarkson, I expect, or at the very least for speeding in his McLaren. However, if I just dip under here, let me just dip under here, you'll see the fire engine lights up, and I actually have a lit up version of that discovery which does exactly the same as the fire engine, and I can't make my mind up at the moment whether I should have the blues and twos going whilst he's there. By the way, that digger isn't going to be there, that's going to be over here. It's just out of the way so it doesn't get damaged. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure yet. I think I kind of want to put the lights in, but again, what do you reckon? Do I do it or do I leave it? Let me know which way you think. So yeah, things are progressing. Most of the work has been done underneath, where I've been rewiring stuff and tidying it up. All the locos and trucks have gone outside, so that's given me a lot more storage, as you can see. So I'm slowly filling that up and getting rid of stuff and tidying up. Eventually all of this stuff on top will be gone. But yeah, just a quick update to say I haven't died, I haven't gone anywhere. I will be doing more updates and a lot more regular updates over the summer. More projects to do, like I'm intending on making a better job of that back wall there, so that will probably be replaced. Lots to do around here, like complete this area and get the things in, like the trees glued down, and also I'll probably put the pavements in. Lots to do overall really, and I've still got to, as you can see, that's just tipped over. Do this garden here, though I don't know what to put in there yet. I don't really want 3 lawns, but probably will be the case, just because I can't be asked to go out my way to do something different and spend hours on it. So I'll probably just put a load of PVA and scatter down and call it a day on that one, but we'll see. I might think about it differently. And I want to get the hose out so that this looks like a proper scene up there. So I need to get some red wire, which I have actually got, and stick it to the back of this fire engine, and then have it feed through to the guy who's on drill night climbing up the ladder. So I need to do that, and then obviously, like I said, I need to do this roadwork scene as well. So there's lots to do. Hopefully, I reckon I can get the roadwork scene done, definitely do all the rest of this housing estate and the fire station, and probably all the way along the back will be done and out the way by the summer's end. And I might even be able to also get the station in, at the very least start the station. However, because the station is glued down, I don't necessarily have to, I can do some of it in-house, i.e. build the platform gantry, so to allow crossing between there and there. So that will be done. I'm going to go with the Fowler system, I think. And I can do that scene, and I can probably get the ballast done. So hopefully by we get to October, I'll have caught up on schedule, and I'll have got, you know, lots of the railway looking really good. Then it's just deciding what to do here and how to go around into from there. So yeah, little update, but it is progressing and things are going well. So hope everyone is okay. Hope you like what you've seen, and if you've got any advice on the crossover over here, then let me know. If you think I should put the police car with the lights in, let me know. And yeah, if not, happy Easter, and thank you for watching. Oh, and the obligatory like and subscribe. Click that like button, click that subscribe button. You know what you need to do. Get clicking. Thanks very much. Bye bye.